Let's listen to him.
हम लोगों का ये प्रजातांत्रिक तरीके से आंदोलन है, पर पुलिस ने इसको तानाशाही पूर्ण तरीके से रोका है। हिंसक कार्रवाई की पुलिस ने।
कैलाश जी, और एक आरोप जो है पुलिस उठा रहे हैं कि कार्यकर्ता जो है मुंह पे मास्क नहीं लगाया हुआ है। हालांकि मोदी जी का ये मुहिम है कि सबको मास्क लगाना चाहिए।
सब मास्क लगाए हुए हैं और मैं ये कहता हूं कि हमारे लिए कानून है। ममता जी जब लूस निकालती है, उनके साथ हजारों की संख्या में लोग निकल सकते हैं। हमको सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग का पाठ पढ़ा रहे हैं। ममता जी के लिए वो नियम लागू नहीं होता है क्या? उन्होंने आंदोलन किया, सड़क पर निकली कार्यकर्ताओं के साथ, हजारों की संख्या में कार्यकर्ता थे। तब उनको नियम और कानून याद नहीं, आज हमको नियम का पाठ पढ़ा रहे हैं।
That was the BJP leader Kailash Vijayvargiya, known for his own style of politics in UP. You can see one thing is pretty clear, that all the national level leaders from various states which have been picked up by the BJP, like Tejasvi Surya, Kailash Vijayvargiya, they have been fielded on the streets of Kolkata to mobilize the youth, to mobilize the workers, party workers, and it is important just less than a year ahead of the West Bengal Assembly elections. Shogata Mukhopadhyay, my colleague, he continues to be with us on the broadcast. Shogata, you were interrupted earlier, but you were pointing out to the strategy of the BJP, the last 1 year, the last 2 years, how they have been in terms of BJP trying to expand its footprint in the state.
Well, one very particular characteristic of Bengal and its politics, unfortunate as it may be, has been the politics of violence, and the politics in Bengal has been characterized over a period of many decades now, where the political party in power needs to have a domination on the ground in terms of controlling the areas, controlling the panchayats, controlling the municipality areas, the municipal corporations, and so on and so forth, and that has been the hallmark of Bengal politics for so long. So, as far as the BJP is concerned, with the rise of BJP has also, when it took on the Trinamool Congress in the last few years, have been marked with violence. And just as the Trinamool Congress, when it had taken on the left establishment here in Bengal, had also that period of time was marked by several back-to-back instances of violence. So violence has been the hallmark of Bengal's politics, and that is something that has been reflected on the streets, on the roads, and what you're seeing today, and that is what the BJP wants to do now. It wants to be on the streets so that its presence is felt on the streets, because that's the only way the BJP hopes to keep up the morale of its supporters and workers till the 2021 state elections. So that is the target. Clearly, the BJP has chalked out, so that by means of programs such as this, mega programs, where the BJP clearly knows that it is impossible to reach a state secretariat, a place which is 144. Yet a program will be done to reach there, and they know that they will be stopped long before the confrontation. That is what is required for the BJP to keep the morale of its workers up, and that is exactly they are getting laid out on the streets of Kolkata and on the streets of Goa at this point in time. Rest assured, this is exactly what will happen in the run-up to the 2021 state elections, in the days ahead, in the days, weeks, and months ahead. That will mark several such instances of confrontational politics of violence, and being established, and its primary challenge in Bengal, and that is going to be also a great challenge for the Mamata Banerjee administration, because that is where it needs to keep its law and order also under control. So that's a challenge, a dual challenge for Mamata Banerjee. One, at the same time, to keep the cadres of the Trinamool Congress steady, rock solid beside her in the run-up to the state polls, and at the same time ensure that the law and order situation in the state is maintained. So far, as we can see, that there have been instances of breach of law and order. At least that is what BJP has been claiming very, very vehemently, very, very strongly over the last several months now, and it has been organizing all its protests around those allegations that it has leveled in a sustained manner continuously against the Mamata Banerjee administration.
All right, so those are the details that Shaugato is pointing out. Tejasvi Surya, the National Yuva Morcha chief, he's been sent for this. There's also Soumitra Khan with him. He's the state Yuva Morcha chief. This is a Yuva Morcha protest by the BJP in the state of Bengal. Kailash Vijayvargiya, the BJP Bengal in charge, he was also present. You just heard him speaking some time ago. The leaders of BJP have been accusing TMC of crushing this protest, not allowing the opposition to carry out quote-unquote democratic protests, which they say should be allowed in any free state, in any democratic state. However, as Shaugato was pointing out, the unfortunate nature of Bengal's politics has been that it is marred by violence, and you can clearly see that on the streets. The police has used force, lathis, tear gas to disperse the crowds on the other side. From the other side, from the BJP workers as well, there was some stone pelting violence that was witnessed. So this has been a characteristic, whether it was few years ago TMC versus the left parties, and now it is TMC versus the BJP in Bengal. 2021 assembly elections, that's the crucial thing to watch out for. Payal with us on the broadcast. Payal, help us understand BJP's strategy in Bengal. How will it look like in the next few months?
Well, as far as the BJP is concerned, their agenda is very clear that they want to throw out Mamata Banerjee's government. Mamata Banerjee, remember, is serving the second term as a chief minister, and of course 2021 is when the elections are really due as well. And the BJP leadership is very, very clear that it's time for Mamata Banerjee to really go, because she's not been doing anything that will benefit the people of the state. And essentially, it's a government which is corrupt, it's a government which has been vilified in nature, it's a government which has been taking political advantage of its being in position and power as well. So that's one of the reasons the BJP has been very, very focused, at least for the last 2 years, as far as Bengal is concerned as well. And right now, on the agenda of the Prime Minister, on the agenda of the Home Minister in particular, remember, who took charge, of the party in 2014, and since then has been pushing for Bengal and has been very, very aggressively campaigning and has been strategizing as far as the BJP's plan for Bengal is concerned. Amit Shah himself is going to be spearheading the campaign along with JP Nadda, the present-day president, and will be trying to up the morale of the party cadre, up the morale of the people over there, up the morale of the leaders, and tell them that nothing is impossible. From a party which just had one MP, remember, in 2014, in Babul Supriyo, to having about 18 MPs now in 2019, the BJP has come along with. This is not the natural territory. It does not have much footing as far as as politics in Bengal is concerned, but they've really worked over it very strategically. Over the last 5 years, the results have been seen in 2019, and of course, they maintain that this is time to teach Mamata Banerjee a lesson now, with the fact that she's been extremely her anger has been seen, her frustration has been seen on the street.
All right, Pal, reporting all those details, giving us a view of how BJP strategy, the key issues which they are going to raise as we go forward to the assembly elections. We've also heard from Mamata Banerjee's side. We also had Babul Supriyo and Rupa Ganguly pointing out that proper protests are not being allowed, and it's police which is unleashing the violence. Reports tell us that violence has been witnessed from both the sides. This is a developing story. We'll continue reporting all the details. Stay here, stay tuned. We are slipping into a very short break. Stay here with CNN News 18.